I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello, and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Hello.
Looking forward to this weekend coming up. Now, if you're in South Florida, it's going to be hot and steamy today. So you'll be like, oh, boy, I'm dreading the weekend. But no, it's going to dip back down. We're going to be hot in the 90s today, but then back to just a high of 81 Saturday, Sunday with a lot of sunshine. They say the big thing for us, not really any humidity. So that's...
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
So perfect for performing.
It's good for a festival. We want
Yeah.
the whole festival to be successful, not just the Snack Pack performance.
And it will be.
And it's going to be because that's awesome weather.
For the first time ever, Little Smiles has a food booth.
Nice.
Where all the volunteers and all the workers from Little Smiles, I got my friend Jim, who is an award-winning chef from New Orleans. He's really good. He's coming in, and he is going to be the Little Smiles lead chef, and they're making Jim's mother's shrimp pasta, Cajun shrimp pasta recipe. So when you get your Little Smiles food from the food booth, it's 100% going to Little Smiles.
That's
awesome.
great.
Yay.
That is really good. So yeah, it's just one of the many things going on. We'll have more of those VIP seats tomorrow on the KVJ show. You can sit in a tent, get a table right up close to the stage.
I got to go to Costco today. Today's my bulk shopping day. Getting all the snacks
Ho-hos
to throw
and-
out in the audience.
Just get soft snacks.
I am. I've learned.
The rest of the weekend should be really nice. A lot of cool things going on. Delray Affair is one of those fun annual events that happens. That takes over Atlantic Avenue and Delray Beach. So that'll be a lot of fun.
I was there last weekend. It was packed.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff in Delray. I'm telling you, that Atlantic Avenue is always going. That is a jumping town.
Amen.
Yeah, it really is a lot of fun. Also, out of town, you're going to have the Masters happening in Augusta, Georgia. We'll have a lot of Palm Beachers there representing Tiger Woods, and all those other golfers will be up there. It's arguably golf's biggest annual event. It's just lovely, too. It just says spring. It's a beautiful course, and people that have gone to this tournament, wow. I mean, they keep the food prices low. I think you still get a hot dog for like $1 or $2, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Getting tickets is really hard. So it's something to be there, but I hear that it looks like the grass was cut with scissors manually. It's just breathtaking, apparently, to be there. So one of these days, that's one of those bucket list kind of things, Virginia. And I'm not a massive golf fan. I do appreciate the sport, but just to say you went to the Masters.
It's the pinnacle.
Yeah, it is. It is. So that would be fun. We were doing a little fact or fiction here today, and we're talking a bit about Augusta National, and here was the audio from it.
Man.
So I will tell you, Augusta, for the longest time, they haven't really let ladies in, and they asked them if they're going to do a ladies tournament with, women's sport, and they're like, nope, not interested. So they are not very pro-forward on the women, Virginia. You have to be very specific here because our good listeners will call you out, and I guess I need to correct myself. Steven said Kevin is wrong. Augusta just held the Women's Amateur Championship last week, and yes, they did. I should have said pro golf because they did ask the Augusta National Golf Club chairman, Fred Ridley, if after doing the amateur, if they would have an LPGA, which is professional. And he's like, nope, not going to do it. So that's what I meant to say. So I should have said pro. You're right. They did just do amateurs there.
Kevin's a dick.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I think Augusta's a dick.
It sounds like Augusta isn't.
Yeah, it was once all male. They have allowed female members. So this is something that they started in 2012.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Does that feel a little bit far down the track?
Yeah.
12 years ago, only they started allowing women into Augusta National?
We see you.
Yeah.
We do see you because we know you ain't cool with it. You just all of a sudden, in 2012, everyone's cool with it. There's still some people that don't let them in.
Oh,
Don't let these women in.
Most of the guys there are like, don't let them in. The only reason they let the amateurs come in there because they're like, oh, yeah, they're going to be young and hot.
Yeah. So if I did confuse you earlier, I apologize. Yes, they do amateur, but they will not have pro.
Yeah, they only want like 16, 18, 19-year-olds so they can ogle them.
They only want them for piggy ways, Virginia.
Ugh, disgusting pigs.
Something else that learned here, tourists in Pompano, kind of a correction, talking a little bit about Tallahassee and the schools there. She said, looks like Virginia looks like Mags had her first experience with the, quote, old heads. They come up to tally their freshman year, but now they're 8th year seniors.
Yeah, that's what her roommate's boyfriend is. He's 27 freaking years old, okay? Aren't we a little old to still be running around with 18 and 19-year-old girls?
As she said, not so much prevalent at FSU, but mostly from TCC, and some come from FAM.
Yeah, that's where he's from. He's from FAM.
Okay.
He's from FAMU, and he prefers to hang out with the FSU 18-year-olds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess the way you call it is you either say FAM, like family, or you say FAMU. It's not FAMU.
Well, I don't know because I don't go.
Yeah.
I barely know FSU, and I pay them a lot of money.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Trish, because I didn't know. I'd always say FAMU. It's FAMU is how you say that.
Kevin appreciates it. Virginia wants to bite your head off.
Yes.
So you got a little bit of both there.
Mm-hmm.
FAMU. Okay.
FAMU. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
I didn't know.
No, FAMU. Sounds like you're telling me.
FAMU. FAMU.
She also said, Kevin, on the Diddy tip, if you recall, Melvin Combs, Diddy's dad, used to hang out with Nicky Barnes, Willie Abraham, and Frank Lucas. Do you remember the name Frank Lucas?
Frank Lucas.
You ever seen the movie American Gangster with Denzel Washington?
Yes, I have.
That's who he plays the role of, Frank Lucas.
You're a wolf, Virginia. Ha ha. You're a wolf. Ha ha. You're a wolf.
So if you ever wondered... okay.
I don't know who that is.
That was my
What's
best
his name? Frank Lucas?
Frank Lucas, yeah.
Let me Google him.
So if you ever wonder whether, okay.
He's a drug lord.
Oh, yeah. That's the whole thing. He's a big old gangster, Virginia. That's
Got
why
it.
they call the movie American Gangster.
Got it.
I'm getting my movies mixed up. I'm doing Training Day. Denzel. I apologize.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No.
That goofy hat's on too tight.
I always get that movie mixed up.
So if you ever wondered whether Puffy knew how to cover up crimes, I'm going to go with a yes, because even though his dad was killed when he was 3, you don't know whether those men had their boys looking out for him. So, yeah, I mean, hey, look, if Diddy grew up in that game and that's what he knows, and now there's a lot of mysterious death around him, how much of it was as coincidental as it appears?
People were... Now, again, this is all social media bullshit, but they're now saying, oh, yeah, Diddy put Jamie Foxx in a coma. That's the kind of shit that's coming out now.
Oh.
And again, I don't know why.
Do they have a motive for it, or are they just anybody who has any kind of health issue? It's Diddy's fault.
No, because Jamie Foxx.
My mom died of COVID. Now I'm thinking Diddy had something to do with it.
Well, I have a hangnail. I'd like to blame Diddy.
No, Jamie Foxx has a fuck ton of video from Diddy's parties. A fuck ton. There's an old interview of Jamie Foxx, and I don't even know if it's an interview. He's just talking and telling a story. Because, yeah, I was at Diddy's house, and I had that camera, not even an iPhone, the old school camera with the light. And I went in there.
A camcorder.
He said, I've got hours, and he's got apparently a ton of shit that, I don't know. That's the rumor out there.
Diddy tried to kill him?
Trying
to keep the videos from coming out?
These are the rumors
Jamie
that are
Foxx
out
went
there.
in a coma because Diddy spiked his drink?
The stories are so great.
Oh,
you know.
my God.
I mean,
that's fantastic.
There's probably maybe 0.5% accuracy to all of them, but, man, they're just fun to talk about. Because if you were writing a story, it's so intertwined with so many celebrities and deaths and things that you're like, oh, my gosh, that too? Wait, that too?
Sex orgies.
Oh,
the names that are being
It's so
dropped
good.
and some of the shit that I'm hearing. And there's just so much of it.
Yeah.
And because my algorithm picked up on what I was watching, I'm getting all kind of Diddy
You're
updates.
in it, yeah.
I feel like when this really gets lanced open, I do think there's going to be an avalanche of shit that comes out. And there's just names that are being said, kind of like like Louis C.K. And I feel like sometimes there's stuff out there that we in this room may not know about because we're just not in that world, but other podcasters talk about. For example, when I said, I think Louis C.K. is going to go down, you're like, no, he's not. And he went down like 4 months later.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
called
seeing
it.
a lot of that shit about Jay-Z now. That's kind of on deck.
Yeah. I really hope 50 Cent is not fooling when he talks about he wants to do a documentary on all the Diddy stories called Diddy Do It.
He's trolling Diddy on a next level,
He
man.
is.
It
They're
is.
going,
He
yeah.
does not like Diddy. He doesn't.
It's very
like
obvious.
him at all,
It's
man.
very entertaining.
He's going in hard on Diddy.
There's so much entertainment in this whole story.
There really
I can't get
is.
enough
I
of
mean,
it.
it is juicy.
Yeah.
It is criminal.
Keep
it
it
is
coming. Keep it coming.
spicy.
I can't get enough
I
of
mean,
it.
there's got to be something, right?
I
All
don't know.
of this.
I hope. I mean, so far I'm highly entertained, so I'm hoping there's something, but I'm enjoying it right now.
And was his payoff to the thing that got the whole thing started? Was the payoff $40 million or
To
20?
Cassie? Oh, yeah, it was millions.
It was up there, maybe
Yeah.
20 million. It was a lot. Of
It was
money.
a lot of money to make her stop talking. But here's the deal. She's talking because your NDA, the feds don't give a shit about. You have to talk to the feds when the feds tell you to call. And she signed an NDA. That's only to protect Diddy from her talking publicly. That's not to protect Diddy from the feds.
I think you're gonna find more out about JLo too. I don't know. I know I've been on a JLo rant the last week.
Well, we think that she had a beaver gun.
We do.
Remember?
We do.
We think that she,
Pull her out of that velvet holster.
yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Diddy's net worth is estimated around $1 billion. I'd just be curious to see where it was and where it is.
Yeah, because like 10 to 12 people have already dropped him.
He's had a lot of
Yeah.
business opportunities that have gone south. And I'm wondering how that has affected his net worth. And it seems like he still has a lot of expenses, everything from homes to islands and planes and all that kind of stuff that I know after a while that starts eating at your net worth.
Man, there's a lot of other celebrities too that do not like JLo as well. They want to bring her down with the old pussy pistol.
Yeah.
I think the JLo thing's that's gonna explode, man.
South Park did a thing, and it says, "What didn't Diddy do?" And it's just all this shit that they're saying.
Right. Yeah,
What didn't Diddy
they
do?
would have a lot of fun with it. They could make a great
I
episode
think
of
they
this
already
Diddy
are.
story. Okay, I'd
It's on
watch that.
TikTok.
Yeah, I think they do the best. South
really
Park
do.
know how to.
They
Still
go
good.
hard.
They go
They go
hard.
quick.
They don't give a fuck.
They are merciless.
Yeah.
Which I love.
I do too. I never got into them until Suits and Denny showed me, and some of the episodes that I've seen are really fantastic because they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They say a lot of things that people are really thinking and they're afraid to say, and they call out everybody. They call out all culture, everybody,
Yeah.
and make fun of everything, including themselves.
Legitimately funny. Not long ago, my son was kind of watching him on TikTok, little clips, and I'd hear him in the back seat watching him, and I was giggling.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's funny. I don't know how I used to watch it religiously.
What
It's a great
didn't
show.
Diddy do?
Teresa also got a little bit of advice about the water pick. She said, my hygienist advised doing both. But here's the trick with water pick. Don't turn that thing on 10 when 4 will do.
I think I am old school. I don't think I'm a fan. I think if I do it, I'm gonna do both because
Okay.
just water pick alone, nope,
Okay.
not feeling it.
She says, brush, floss, pick, then mouthwash, alcohol-free. Okay, it takes like 10 minutes. Yeah, it does. It takes forever, but
It
honestly
does.
anymore, I mean, if you want to really fully keep that mouth clean, it does take a while. I do the floss and brushing and the mouthwash, but I don't do the water pick yet, and I probably should.
But you're right. I think it does take 10 minutes because,
Takes a while.
man, and who wants to floss? It's so fucking annoying. So you got to make sure you put something cozy on in the bath. It's a whole process.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, crazy. I chipped a tooth the other day flossing.
Oh, that sucks.
Damn, you got them wooden teeth. You got my dad's teeth, man.
What had happened was, man, I had a dentist when I was a kid that went real aggressive on the fillings. he believed to put more filling, less tooth. And so, as I've gotten older, I've had just got them redone, done crowns on them. And so it was the last tooth. We knew it was coming. And I was flossing between it, dink, and it.
Oh, crown? That should be cheap.
I know, and it's like I'm third in line because Cannon's got stuff, Queen's got stuff that actually takes higher priority in my little crown. So I'm third in line whenever that gets done.
Yeah, my relative got the bill to fix their tooth, and they said, "Fuck that noise! I'm building my own tooth." And that son of a bitch did.
Yeah, it's insane.
And it's amazing. I can't believe how good it looks.
Well, the problem I have is, the old filling is still in there, no tooth around it now to be the barrier. And yesterday, man, it's sharp. The corner of it,
Ooh.
It was catching my tongue. And I saw some people in the chat room were going, "Did Kevin just say?" And it was like I was slurring a bit yesterday because my tongue was just getting shredded.
Oh.
And I got some of that. Well, luckily, my mother-in-law had some of that wax that you use for braces.
Yes.
I put on that, so what a relief. So I can actually talk without slurring. But I wasn't hammered yesterday. That's why I was off.
Do you have that thing if you've got like a little cut, you'll pick at it or you'll play with it just because you'll do it? Or are you good at leaving things alone?
I might. It depends. But yeah, for me, I have that kind of mindset. If there's anything that's off, it's hard for me to focus. I'm easily distracted. So yeah, it'll kind of take away from me. That's why I try to get my mind distraction free.
Oh, well, you should never have hired me in Virginia. That's distraction 1 and 2 over here.
And Jenna had said on the cortisone tip, she said, I would stay away from it. It will eat your joints. It happened to my horse. And not good. So
yeah, I'm not doing a cortisone.
I don't even know where to shoot you with it.
No, I've actually been
I think
running.
it's neck.
I've been running through it.
Neck or eyeball.
Neck or eyeball. Or I heard dick hole works.
I've been
Yes,
running through it and
that's-
just rehabbing it.
That's the third.
I was talking about my dick. Yeah,
You rehabbed your dick.
gotta get that thing strong for Saturday night.
We were talking about colognes and perfumes here today. If you're wanting to smell good. Daniel said, be careful with colognes and perfumes from CVS, Walmart, Walgreens, and Amazon because those are fakes. Givenchy, Air Blue, and Gold are good colognes, along with Paco Rabanne 1 million, which is a shape of a gold bar. That one is amazing. Okay. Also, Melissa said Sephora has this sampler you buy. It has 12 different samples that you try out, and then you take the certificate and you go back and get a full size in the one that you like the best. It's a nice way to try on multiples without committing to a full bottle. That's smart.
I like that. I like sampling and then going with your favorite.
Vanessa said, my husband collects cologne, and he has become obsessed with cologne. It's much more affordable, and you can't tell the difference. Huh. So
It's where it's a
cloning
fake,
it.
but it smells just like whatever the fancy one is. But it's
Yeah,
like $30 instead of $300.
You know the bird. I'm not gonna get caught up on the label. I just want to smell.
Right.
I'm changing up my smell game.
I'm the same way. Yeah, that's why I with my wife, she gets all my stuff at Marshall's or whatever. I wouldn't want to spend, if I was spending, 6 figures for, or 3 figures, sorry, 6. 3 for a, I don't know. My tongue. 3 figures for a cologne. I'd be like, yeah, anything over $30-$40, I'd be like, that's good. I'll just smell like soap.
Yeah, it's time to reset on the cologne, reset on the hair. I'm very excited. We're so close.
You got to be a new man.
We're so close to getting 30,000.
I like when you go with the clean look, the George Clooney kind of look. You were doing that suit there for a while. I think it's a great look for you.
But back to the thrift shops for them suits.
Okay.
Okay.
They got some good shit
pop
there.
some tags.
They I never can think of the name when we're in a conversation.
Goodwill?
Thank you. I always get them mixed up with the Salvation Army. The Goodwill. They have good deals on some nice clothes. You can get good deals on some stuff at Goodwill if you get there early and you know what you're doing.
Okay.
Especially the one on where you and the Queen go, Palm Beach.
Oh, I went there one time 25 years ago, and I haven't been
I
back.
think they closed that one
Yeah, I'm
over
not sure it's
there.
even open.
Wow, I know dick about this town.
Somebody told us they closed
It's
it.
really amazing how little you do know being born and raised here. It was amazing. So amazing.
Doesn't stop him, though.
Nah.
You guys had to tell me that, yeah, they don't do tolls anymore, Bert, on the turnpike.
Yeah.
There's no toll booths. What?
There's no
Could not freaking believe it.
there's no Goodwill and Palm Beach. Holy shit.
What?
They shut down Sizzler.
We got kids dressing as cats.
It's fucking crazy out there.
The show Palm Royale, we were talking about that the other day. I got a review that I think I agreed with. I enjoy the show. I've been watching it. It is not amazing, and that's why I'm not recommending it to people. I will tell you that if you love, and I love Palm Beach life, I'm fascinated by it. I thought they did an amazing job. I think the cast is great. I think the look is fantastic. And there's a lot of parts of it. It has an authentic feel. So I think they represented well. And you never know. Sometimes they do a Palm and they're like, that's not Palm Beach. That's not what they do. But they have done a very good job with the attitudes, talking so much about the shiny sheet, that is in the Palm Beach Daily.
Sure.
And the status and the season of all the charity balls that they have. All that stuff is very good and very authentic. But the review that we got, they just said, yeah, it's just not gripping. And I feel like they could have done more. It could be a little bit more dramatic. It could be more gripping. It could be a little funnier. Well, Brooke, she said, I want to comment on you not liking the show. I feel like it's a good show, and a lot of the comedy in the show is somewhat hidden. It's definitely more drama-driven, and I like what they've done so far. It's actually kept me off the phone because of how much I enjoy it. But I think if you do a deep dive on who each character is supposedly based on in real life, it may become more interesting. See, that's interesting because I did not know that. It seems authentic, but it was an era, the Marjorie Post. She's the one that previously owned Mar-a-Lago. That was the Post cereal.
Yes.
And that was the mansion that the Donald had bought back in the 80s. I didn't realize that because each character seems very authentic from what I know. I don't know a ton, but I know enough people over there and I know enough of that lifestyle to at least be like, okay, I see that. I've heard that. So that's interesting. I'll look into that and see what each character is. That would add something else to it. And I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to watch the whole thing. I'm hoping that all of a sudden it just takes off for Jimmy.
That would be great.
Yeah, we're like 6 episodes in, I think, and it's okay. I'm there. My wife punched out on it. Didn't like it. So we'll see. But she said, I guess my point is that maybe knowing more about what is the potential truth would help draw you and others in. Okay, it's on Apple TV if you want to see it. Cast is fantastic. Laura Dern, and like I said, Ricky Martin, Virginia, you might like it just for watching him. He's a
sexy.
good actor.
And he looks great.
He is a very good actor. I'm really impressed with him. Whenever he's on, he is shirtless, but whenever he is on the screen, I'm drawn in.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. It just, as a guy, you just wonder, could you give Ricky Martin a boner too?
I think you could.
Do you think I could? Do you think I still got enough? Or
You're looking pretty good in them Lululemon pants.
I think
I don't know. That would be the ultimate test of where I am. Could I give Ricky Martin a boner like he got on stage with Madonna the other night?
Hear me out.
Those guys were really in great shape, and they were seductively dancing. The one guy was giving a simulated blowjob while he was getting rear-ended by another dude. So
I feel
that's what
like
got Ricky Martin hard.
we get you 3 drinks deep to get your inner slut out. Just what that's just kind of that's just hanging downstairs.
I would just be curious. Would I have enough? Could I give?
You could, and
Ricky
then
Martin a bone piece. It'd be an interesting test.
We're gonna get
gay. I'm not gay, but I'd give it a ride. See what happens.
We'll be disappointed if you don't.
Now you have to remain fully clothed.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
We'll get your hair. There's a hairstyle that's perfect for you.
And you can't make contact because I don't think those guys made contact. That's not fair. No friction allowed. See what I'm saying, Virginia?
Yeah, no,
So it's a lap dance, but you can't touch the lap.
Those guys did not. Those dudes, they, like I said, they got close, simulated. That was enough.
Okay.
That was enough. And to me, to be fair, that's what has to happen. If we're creating rules right now for the Ricky Martin boner test, and can you give Ricky Martin a boner? That's what you have to do. These are the guidelines you got to play by.
And there's consent. He's cool.
He's fully into it.
Okay.
Yes, he's fully into it.
I
He's
got
like,
it.
yeah.
I already got it. So we get you 3 drinks in. So we'll
You
get
got
you
loosen
loose.
me up too. Yeah,
Get you loose.
I don't argue that.
We do
Three's
a nice
good.
little strip tease.
See, I don't know.
But hear me out.
I don't know. I'm afraid that because Ricky Martin is in phenomenal shape. He's in the shape that I'd like to be in. There's no excuses because we're like about the same age.
You gotta hear me out.
He's got genetics on his side.
Maybe. I don't know.
You take off the shirt, you tease a little bit.
I don't think it's going to do it.
Well, but you're not hearing my final move. Then, what is that? The tip of your dick is out. You start to rub it a little bit.
I don't know you can show nudity
Oh,
either.
then, wait, you didn't tell me there's
These guys
rules?
did. I just told you there were rules.
Well, I mean, you said he's into it.
You have to do, you have to
You
do
just
what,
made him dick tip Ricky?
yeah. You have to do what those guys did. Those guys didn't show dick.
Then you're not giving him a boner. No, I'm saying Kevin does it. No, I'm saying to your dick, not Ricky's dick. I'm saying you're showing it to him. You're
Kev dick, not Ricky.
Yeah, I think one of the rules, you can't show genitalia and you can't touch.
Well, I didn't get that memo.
Yeah, I think if we have to be fair, you have to do what those two guys did.
You don't want to play your game anymore.
I don't want to play.
If he can't take a dick tip
Yeah,
out.
he really wanted me to show my dick to Ricky Martin.
Well, I was trying to...
Dick him.
Yeah.
Sometimes I love your game, but sometimes I just don't get them.
If he's dancing, Jay Bird's bringing his dick
You
out.
didn't tell me there were rules.
Oh, yeah, there's rules.
All
No,
right.
there's definite rules here. I mean, you got to play fair.
I get it.
You got to play fair. Yeah, in fact, do you remember back in the day, somebody's like, you remember Ricky played all those years like he was straight? He talked about his dad finally just said, look, be who you are, man. It was kind of amazing. His dad told him that he should be the one that came out. And remember, I just briefly mentioned that I thought Ricky Martin was gay, and the Inquirer picked that up, and it became on a national thing. And then they made this whole, remember that in our freaking PD and marketing director, they were like, they're listening. Make sure you don't say anything that gets you publicity. Like, who the fuck says that as a marketing director? Wasn't that the weirdest, like...
That was a weird time in our career.
I got scolded for that. I got national attention, and I said it the right way. I said, it's my opinion, which you can say. You're
Which
entitled...
turned out to be fact.
Right.
Who scolded you?
Our marketing director and our program director. They both, and they hung up that article, and they hung up everything else, and they said, they're listening, the tabloids and all that. They said, so... please don't be saying stuff that's going to get us national attention and get you in trouble. I'm like, first of all, I didn't get in trouble because I knew they couldn't sue me because I said it correctly because I'm not a fucking moron. And
it's true.
Two, I got you national attention. I'm getting scolded for this? It was unbelievable.
I was on the show at that point yet, wasn't I?
It was the fucking terrible management we had to deal with the first couple of years that Virginia and I would go out drinking after the show every day.
We'd be drunk by 10 a.m.
Oh, when I got in the show, that would kind of... It was 11 a.m., but it was still getting drunk in the morning.
After that guy got fired, man, it just took off. It's crazy.
It's amazing what will happen when you have people around you that support you and encourage you instead of try to sabotage you. It's a weird thing when your manager wants to sabotage your career, but it happens.
Well, just in anything in life, I think sometimes we really don't realize how much encouragement and a little just
positivity.
It really does change the needle for some. I'm not saying it changes the needle for everybody, but it really can move somebody into a very different direction. And it's just something to think about. You never know what's going on in someone's head. Being #be cool can go a long way for some people.
Not all managers should be managers. That's all.
I'm just saying, just in general in life.
Weird time.
Weird
Thank God we're not there.
time. Thank God it's over. And we were young, too, so we didn't know any better. We didn't have the chops to fight back. Now, I would fight back.
I don't believe you.
You broke this bitch. She fights everyone.
Did you guys see O.J. Simpson died?
I just saw that. Suits just text me.
Yeah, he got cancer in 2023. Kind of alluded that he had beaten it, but he looked frail recently, and it finally took him. He has passed at the age of 76.
Wow, that's pretty young.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're past the median age. He had a good, full, long life, and longer than I'm sure a lot of people would have loved to have seen him live.
Longer than karma might have should have taken him out.
To me, I feel like when you get to the 75 mark,
Yeah.
you've had a pretty good. I mean, no one wants to die at 75.
No.
And there's a lot of people who can still have 20 years left in their life and make it happen.
It's all good. You didn't feel like you left a lot on the table.
But
It's a good run.
I see what Virginia's saying. 75 is different than it used to be as well.
I just got finished celebrating my grandma's 100th birthday with her, and she's spry and she's getting it, and that's my goal.
But that's a rarity, though. 100, dude, that's fucking rare, man. 100?
I got them genes now, bruh.
Oh, yeah.
You're stuck with me.
I do not have those genes. Bitch ass heart. One kidney. I'm fucked. Let's have some fun in the now.
Gotta live every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I often, when somebody goes, it just, my first thought is, okay, they're in a place now. They know either there's something or there's not, and what is it like? And I was just like, wow, man, if you had that perspective, what is the conscience or whatever going on with O.J. Simpson?
He's probably hoping he don't run into Nicole first.
Is it lights out? Is he in a positive place? Is he in a not so positive place?
Great question.
Does he have to go face to face with anybody that maybe he wronged?
Does he get a pass,
On Earth.
pun intended, because the spiritual person goes, OJ, loved your work on the football field. Big fan. You can get in.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
If I'm Nicole, I'm like, really? We're letting him in? Really?
Even in the afterlife.
Motherfucker.
Even in the afterlife, athletes get an advantage.
That would suck so
Totally,
bad.
that would suck.
She'd be like, really?
You gotta be fucking kidding, because the guy played football. He gets away with murder.
Yeah, well, hey, here we are. We went through his whole life, and he never legitimately, I mean, look, he danced around in ridiculous ways, like, if I did it, but you never got that full confession from O.J. Simpson.
And now the Goldmans ain't getting no more money.
Now, let me ask, because I really didn't follow the case, because I was 15 or 16 when all that went down. So I knew it was going on, but I didn't know the details. Is there any way, any shot possible that OJ was innocent? Is that even...
Yeah, there's a shot.
There's a shot?
There's a shot.
Or was it such a slam dunk case that people go...
I think abusers that abuse for as long as he did, and it was documented that he beat the shit out of Nicole. I think it escalates, and it only ends with one of two things, like divorce and you get away from him and you live a happy life, or he kills you.
I just don't remember the facts of the case.
Yeah,
I mean, is there any doubt whatsoever?
I was all over. Yeah, there's doubt, and that's why he was acquitted in the criminal trial and why he was convicted in the civil. More of the evidence pointed to him doing it. I said it's likely and it's probable that O.J. did commit those murders. Now, that's why you have a great attorney. And, look, being an attorney is about theater. My dad, is an attorney, and he did the mock trial stuff, and he recruited all of his attorneys from theater because he wanted people that could act, and that's what it was. And the theatrics of that glove, the day that he didn't take his blood pressure medicine or whatever, and his hands
were swollen.
And what a great rhyme.
If
you
the
had
glove
visual,
don't fit, you must
people
acquit.
say it today like nothing.
Yeah.
And that's just it. That's what a great attorney is. Johnny Cochran, that's just genius. I mean, you have a visual like that with a rhyme, and you want to talk about sinking into somebody's head, and all you have to do is plant the seed of probable doubt. His attorneys did that. He should have been acquitted. He should have been acquitted in the criminal because, and they even talk about, was it Darden? Christopher Darden, I think it was the guy that fucked it up.
Yeah, and Marsha Clark.
I mean, they took a massive hit in their careers because they knew it. They're like, you don't ever allow something like that to happen. And they did. They screwed the pooch, and they weren't ready, and they got lapped.
But you're right, though, about it being theater. I mean, I forget what movie it is. It's something like a laughing jury is not going to kill a man. If you got the jury laughing on your side, it's more like they're not going to kill you. If you got them laughing, there's a chance if you're up for murder, for example, Virginia's up for murder, and you're on the stand, a laughing jury is more of a merciful jury. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, just look at the Johnny Depp case. Mm-hmm. I know that it was she was crazy on the case, and she said but he had the jury laughing within the first.
He charmed them.
He charmed them. You charmed the jury. You could be a murderer and charm them.
OJ was charming.
It's theater.
Yeah.
Say what you want. I think he's a murderer. I think he's despicable. I think he's a wife beater. But he was very charming, and he knew how to turn it on.
Yeah,
you got to. If you're the defense that's trying to put the murder away, and you see the murderer making the jury laugh on any level,
you're like, fuck.
He's gonna walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grant said, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's really
right.
what it is, and that's what being an attorney is, man. You're putting people in the spin zone and trying to create that reasonable doubt. And they were masterful. He did have the dream team, legitimately. He had a very good defense team. So there you go. All right, the juice is gone. All right, thank you all for jumping into the conversation today. We do appreciate it. People in the chat room, all the emails, you can always send them to us. mail@kvjshow.com. We got one more day to get to the weekend. You all enjoy it. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.